This is Jackie with In the Key of Change, and I'm here with Mime Game at South by Southwest. Hi, gentlemen. Good, good. So tell us why listeners should pick up last year's EP, Do Your Work.
Because one, it's amazing. Two, it's just a great collection of. Actually, it started out as 30 songs, and then we decided to pick the best, most influential 4, and it's a amazing 20 minutes that would change our life.
So it's a good best of.
There's definitely something for everyone in the EP. Like, it covers all the grounds, just a bunch of different genres, sort of. But it's all in the same vein. I think it applies to everyone. You know?
Yeah, and the whole goal with this, I mean, like, the songs that I wrote are really near and dear to me. They're really emotional, and they're really lyrically focused, you know? I think with the album that we're coming out with, it's going to be a lot more, you know, instrumentally lush. But with this, it's like the most honest and straightforward way that we could kind of be like, we've seen some shit, we've been through some shit, like, we know life, and this is how we cope, this is how we deal with it, and hopefully these songs can, you know, help you do the same.
Well said. So you are working on new music right now, or already finished with it?
Working.
Yeah.
Working. He's got 45, 50 songs written, and because he's just a lyric songwriting machine, and so now as a band, he just brings us all his ideas, and then we just kind of fill them out, add our 2 cents, and then we kind of decide, hey, this one's really good, this one could use some more work, and then we're probably like...
They help me polish rough gems, you know, I write stuff on acoustic, and they make them powerful and moving expressions of you know, like the general idea that I start with.
And you guys recorded in Scott Weiland's studio. What was that like?
We did the drums there, and we were only there for a day. We knocked out the 4 songs all in one day, and it was amazing. It was cool. We didn't get to meet Scott. He wasn't in that day.
I think he was getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely getting married.
Yeah, it's a pretty good excuse.
I think he could have been there. I wasn't even there, so I don't know what I'm saying.
I would have got ordained just to do it for him. I mean, that would have been a good story for the EP, I think.
Absolutely. So who grew up listening to Stone Temple Pilots?
I did a little bit. I was a little bit more on the Nirvana side just because I had a friend who lived right down the street from me. It was like 3 or 4 years older than me, and I used to play basketball with him, and he'd just like put the boombox on in the garage and be playing Nirvana records, and I was just like, wow. And then I heard Stone Temple Pilots and was like, this is just as good. Why do they have beef with each other? But
I listened to some STP, sex type thing. That was my jam back in the 90s when I was like 4.
I was not 4 in the 90s. Moving on, the band began as a side project, but has evolved into a successful band in its own right, thanks to everybody's experience. Tell me about that.
Well, I needed something to be able to apply different ideas to because they weren't fitting into my old band. And with doing that, I realized it was closer to who I was and like closer to my heart and musically what I was trying to express. And then naturally when that band broke up, Josephine Collective being my old band, it was all I had left, you know. It was like these songs that I was so in love with that I was kind of afraid to show the world. I had no choice but to show the world, and I'm really glad. And I'm really glad that I found these guys to help me do it because acoustic, they're fun and they mean a lot to me, but when we get on stage, it's truly moving.
Awesome. So 50% of your sales go to the music charity Every Mother Counts. In the Key of Change, we merge music with the social causes and charities that bands represent. So that's awesome. But can you tell us about Every Mother Counts?
I honestly, when we did that, and that's just on that platform, that's not all our sales. It's just the ones sold on Bandcamp, right? Yeah, on Reverb. No, that's what it was. It was on Reverb Nation. I remember when I was setting that up that that popped up as an option, and I didn't really know much about the organization, and I just thought it sounded cool, you know? And it's like, as of right now, we're not doing this for money. We're not doing this. We're doing this to change the world, at least in our corner of the world, and hopefully beyond that. And honestly, like, I didn't even remember that I did that, but it was just like, in that moment, it was just like, that sounds like something cool to do. And as a father myself too, and like my mom being single for a lot of raising me, when that popped up as an option, I was just like, that sounds like something I would like to be a part of. So.
Why is it important to give back to the community in general?
Because the community's who makes you.
Yeah, and it's the community it's the present, but it also is the future. And so you got to give back so that your kids and your kids' kids and the next people that have something positive and something to look forward to and something like actually good happening, and they can see that these people, there is good role models, there is good people left, there is people trying to do something positive to actually make a real difference in the world.
Excellent. I see you've got a little bit of ink there. Is anybody else tattooed? Yeah, show me your ink.
I'm clean. No tattoos.
I don't have any either, actually.
I keep it bare.
No.
It is South by Southwest.
Get naked?
Oh, God.
Yeah, he got
They're telling me to get naked.
Yeah, show.
He just got
We went on
that
a workout
3 days ago. Isn't
Uh,
that 3 days ago?
My side job, we all went and got tattoos. Our boss bought them for us. It was awesome.
Nice. Where'd you go?
We went to Grim Tattoo in Kansas City. They do like a Throwback Thursday thing where whatever the tattoo cost in the era, it's that plus $20. So this was like $40. It was
That's
awesome.
my tattoo.
That was not $40.
I kind of went all out for my first one. I was like not trying to just get a little something. It was a painful endeavor, but I'm glad I did it.
Where'd you get it done?
Exile on 39th Street in Kansas City, Missouri. My tattoo artist's name is Steve Campbell. He is the coolest dude in the world. And Whispering Danny, the guy who owns the shop, is another one of the coolest people in the world. And
Check him out.
it's a really great place to go if you're in Kansas City and get tattooed. They do pretty good work.
Yeah. You're brave for that being your first piece. That.
Yeah.
I know, because this especially was just like, but I go big or go home, and I was not ready to go home that day.
Mime Game.
Well said. So, what's up next for Mime Game after South by?
We are touring with Analog Rebellion, who is the singer from Play Radio Play. It's his new band.
June 1st.
June 1st through June 25th. And then we are doing our album in the coming year, but we don't have the schedule 100% set. I just know that
It's going to happen this year.
Yeah. And it'll be sometime within the next month or 3 that we're going to be like set and heading out there, or at least have the full comprehensive plan for how it's all going to go.
Excellent. Well, check out more from Mime Game.